Gogo Kiachile Kamu Malachi and her husband Ngaka Mpho have been practicing as traditional healers for over a decade. We visited them at their home in Kempton Park. Gogo Malachi is a remuneration and benefits specialist, an entrepreneur, and psychologist. She says practicing as a healer in the traditional and Western environments reveals how the indigenous African way of healing is undermined.
The health science portion of traditional healing has been neglected. We need to be in a space whereby our people are allowed an alternative method of healing, that in hospitals we're not just only allowing Western doctors, but we also allow traditional healers. Also, I feel though as Africans, we need validation from outside. If an African traditional herbalist says, I've got this herb can heal this ailment, a lot of people will question them. But if a scientist from abroad can come and say the very same plant heals that ailment, they'll believe that scientist, because we always being questioned. Our credibility is always being questioned.
The Malachi family says a wealth of knowledge from the gifts and wonders of Mother Nature still needs to be explored.
This is a wood that just comes out of the veldt. This gives us what Africa is to us, a sculpture. It sculpts these things for us, and we find them there. But they talk to us. They pull you closer to it. It tells you news. It tells you all those kind of things. It prophesies.
As a quantitative specialist, philosopher, and traditional healer, Ngaka Mpho Malachi says it is time the stereotypes surrounding African spirituality and knowledge are dismantled.
If you go in religious books, the Bible, it goes through the whole lineage of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, the son of Joseph, blah, 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 the son of David. It goes all the way. They acknowledge that in there, right? However, when you see me go into the graveyard, just to clean, not even to do anything, just to clean, it's like, oh no, demonic, satanic. When I say, I'm literally bringing that lineage to saying, listen, this gene that is in here, this good gene that is in here, has been carried by this lineage. There's nothing wrong. Remember, we don't pray clauses. We have one God. We do not pray clauses, right? We acknowledge their existence.
In the dusty streets of Klipgat in the northwest, we found an African shaman who has been a healer for over 24 years. He says African history is undermined and regarded as a myth, as it is not being properly preserved.
We are from the oral tradition. Oral tradition meaning that it was mouth-to-mouth history, not a stated or documented type of history. Therefore, automatically, it is easy for people to undermine something that they don't know because of it has no scientific analysis. Therefore, I understand that people, they undermine it because of they don't know what they're dealing with. If we are talking about spirits, for an example, because of most of the knowledge as African, it is emanating from the spirit beings, which we call them the ancestral spirits, Amadlozi or Amatongo. So in that sense, it becomes more harder for people to believe that these things do actually exist.
We're on our way to go and meet another spiritualist who says spirits come to her wherever she goes. So if you've ever wished to communicate with your loved ones who've passed on, this is just for you. Tembinyati's gifts are compelling. She seems to be able to connect with the other side, even over the phone.
I want you to confirm a few things for me. After your mother's passing, or both your parents passing?
No.
And then kunomntwana owashonela ezandleni zakho?
Yes, my little brother.
It's a brother. Uzo-cleanser for the way unkonjwa ngakhona from your mother, uthi ucela ukuthi ugeze for about 15 days, ne? In most cases, people think that I see ghosts. Well, that is not the case. I see spirits as normal human beings like you'd see them in a dream. Whenever I connect with the spirits, they come in different emotions. Many will come cold, which will represent the lack of a tombstone. Many will come emotional, which will represent the feuding amongst those who are living. Many will come quiet, which represents the relationship with their lost children or with their living children. So they differ. They come in different emotions and with different messages to offer the living.
Nyati says neglecting culture and traditions has consequences.
My major concern, and it's a personal concern that I have, is that what's going to happen to all the colonized minds? Because at the end of the day, when life ends for you, that very same person you call a demon will be the one that has to come collect you and guide you through the world. Now, luckily, spirits are not in the world whereby they hold grudges, but spirits are also in an environment whereby they can question. Now look, Tembi, in your life you're calling me a demon. Namhlanje mina, I need to walk you through so that you are able to be a spirit and help your children.
Behind me here is Letlamoreng Dam and Cultural Village. This is one of the places where the history of Botswana is preserved. The place was once home to one of Africa's renowned African shaman, Vusamazulu Credo Mudwa, who once said, history should not be thrown out like an old pumpkin. History should not be scoffed on. History should not be mocked. Sellwane Khakhau, SABC News, Mahike.